Hey guys, YouTube Boy 100 here. Alright, and it's once again been a couple of weeks since I have made a video. Yeah, once again I apologize for taking such long breaks in between the videos. Just due to all this stuff going on right now with like the quarantine and stuff. This has just been like such a hectic time, and I have just really not been like really finding any time to really make much videos. But yeah, it's just because work is exhausting, and I get home and I'm just like relaxing, and just like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and oh gosh, I mean, this is just such a hectic time. So I apologize for once again taking like a couple of weeks to make another video. Yeah, but yeah, I am really like, hopefully now, I know I keep saying this, but hopefully now this time I really do hope to really get back into making videos more regularly because, of course, like May is coming up, and every year for May, as you know, I do like dedicate it to like a certain subject every single year, and I do have something else planned this year for the month of May, which I am going to like tell you guys once like May actually does come in a few days. Anyways, but hopefully, like with me doing that, I can really get back into really making videos more regularly. Yeah. Okay, but anyway. So for this video, this is just something that I want to talk about regarding something that is related to like something that I have really just been doing for the last pretty much the last month or so. Well, because as I've shown you guys before, like I've just like gotten like a whole bunch of like consoles over the last like year and a half or 2 years stuff. Yeah, and I've even gotten like a couple more, or since like I've shown you guys like my consoles in the video game collection videos I did for you guys. Yeah, I've gotten like a PlayStation 3 and a Wii U. With no ever since I did those videos I showed you guys. Yeah, and even like over the last month or so, I've also been like really like getting in stuff. Stacking up on like a lot of like handheld game systems. Like I showed you guys before how I have the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I showed you guys that I had this before. Yeah, but over the last month or so, I've really been like in like several other handheld gaming systems. Like, let me just show you guys what I've gotten. Like, I've gotten the Game Boy Advance, of course, and I got the Sega Game Gear here. Yeah, I've also gotten the PSP. Yep, and I've gotten the DS. Sorry, here. Yeah, this is technically like the DSi. This is like the one that only plays DS games. It doesn't play Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, but what am I going to complain about if I already have a Game Boy Advance? So what do I need a one that plays Game Boy Advance games for? So I have the DS, and I also have the 3DS. Yeah, so I've just really been like stacking up on like handheld game systems like this over the last month or so. Yeah, and with like me like really getting into like getting these handheld gaming systems, I want to like talk about like a subject that is like sort of related to that. This is going to be about something regarding the original Game Boy. Yeah, so I have already like talked about like Game Boy cartridges before, like how I really don't like see how I really didn't see what the difference is between them, and I've talked about like Game Boy games and stuff. Yeah, but I want to really talk about something regarding like something that was like the Game Boy's popularity. This is like something that I want to discuss regarding the Game Boy's popularity because, of course, like the original Game Boy came out in 1989 and it lasted until 2003. So it was like a very popular and successful handheld system. Like it wasn't the first handheld game system, but it was probably the most popular one and probably the most successful one of all time. Yeah. And of course, like during the Game Boy's run, like it did like have some competitors like the Game Gear, and there was also the Atari Lynx, and there were some like other uh, uh, systems that like tried to challenge the Game Boy. But of course, like the Game Boy like was like just so dominant over like every other handheld game system that came out during its run. Yeah, and really, just what I want to like talk about regarding this is what was it about the original Game Boy that really did like make it like so successful and really just so dominant over its competitors? Because Because yeah, I mean, just yeah, the Game Boy was just like, I mean, yeah, it competed with the like I said, the Sega Game Gear and the Atari Lynx and other systems as well. But yeah, the Game Boy just like really was so dominant over all of them. And I just am just like wondering like what was it about the Game Boy that just really did make it so dominant over its competitors? Because yeah, the Game Boy, yeah, the Game Boy, of course, like the original Game Boy, it didn't have like color, and plus, yeah, the screen didn't have any light. Like the Game Boy was just like the screen was just green, so the games were just like pretty much colorless. They were just like in had like the green and black that and stuff. Yeah, I mean, people do like say that it's in black and white, but it's not in white. I mean, the Game Boy screen is green, so it's really like green and black. So yeah, so the original Game Boy really didn't have color, and plus yeah, the screen also had no light, so like if you were like playing it in the dark or something like that, like you wouldn't be able to see anything. Like you had to have like a good amount of light in the room to actually be able to see the Game Boy screen. Like I never did actually own the original Game Boy, but yeah, I've seen like how it looks like. I watched like Angry Video Game Nerds videos about like the Game Boy, and he's like shown that it doesn't really have very good lighting. And I don't know if like you could actually like adjust it so you could see the screen better. Yeah, but yeah, regardless, like you had to have like a good lighting in the room in order to really like see the Game Boy screen good enough. Like like you couldn't play it in the dark or anything like that. Like that. Like the screen had no light and it wasn't in color, but yet like all like its competitors, like the Game Gear and the Lynx, like those systems, they actually did have color and the screens actually did have light. So yeah, the so they did have features that the Game Boy really didn't have, and yet like the Game Boy was still like just so dominant over like all those other handheld systems. So yeah, and yeah, plus I guess like I don't know if like it was just like because since like the Game Boy was like seemed much smaller than the other ones like the Game Gear and the Lynx, like of course like the Game Boy was just like very rectangular and it was like relatively small. Oh, and it was much smaller compared to like the Game Gear and the Lynx and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if it was just because like it was much smaller, so it was much easier to carry around. Like you could just carry it in your pocket, or what the deal is. But yeah, but you figure like since like the other systems, they did have color and their screen had light, and even like the graphics on the other systems seemed relatively better than the Game Boy. If like you would figure that the other systems really would have like like done much better than the Game Boy, and they would have like really like taken the Game Boy out, but they didn't. Like the Game Boy was like just really did like kick the other systems' asses. Like the Game Boy was just like so dominant over the other systems. And yeah, I mean, and like I said, like the Game Boy lasted from 1989 up until 2003. So it, of course, like had a much longer lifespan than like the Game Gear and the Lynx and stuff. Yeah, and plus, yeah, even like during, and of course, like the Game Boy did like spawn like a pretty much like a whole lineage of devices of like follow-ups. Of course, like there was the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, and it ended up becoming like the DS and the 3DS. So yeah, the Game Boy really did start like a lineage of like follow-up systems, and yeah, and the other ones like the Game Gear and the Lynx. So, to my knowledge, they didn't have any follow ups on those. So yeah, so just what was it about the Game Boy that just really made it so dominant over its competitors? Like I mean, like I said, I mean, you would figure since like the other systems did have features that the Game Boy didn't, like they would have really been much more successful than the Game Boy. But no, the Game Boy really just kicked all their asses. Yeah, and the Game Boy is still like popular to this day. And yeah, just so yeah, like I said, just the Game Boy is probably just the most successful handheld gaming system of all time, and yeah, it really was the one that really did leave the biggest impact on the handheld gaming industry, and it really was just like a revolutionary handheld system. So Yeah, so it just really just seems like so odd that the original Game Boy was just like so dominant over its competitors when they had features that the other ones didn't, and it really just seemed like they would really like take the Game Boy out and really just overshadow its success. But no, still, like, despite the fact that there was no color, not really the best graphics, and no lighting in the screen, the Game Boy was still like so freaking dominant over its competitors. So, yeah. So it's just something that I have always questioned, and I'm sure like other people have just wondered like why the Game Boy was just like so successful compared to the other systems as well. Yeah. So I mean, did you guys own a Game Boy growing up? I mean, did you actually prefer like the other systems, like the Game Gear or the Links and stuff? Like let me comment on my channel and tell me like what your favorite handheld gaming system is. Like, do you actually like the Game Boy or do you like another system? Like, do you like the Game Gear most, or the Lynx, or the PSP, or anything like that? Like, what's your favorite handheld system? And yeah, and if you want to like really talk to me about this, like if you really are want to give your consensus on this whole ordeal with like the Game Boy being so dominant over its competitors, yeah, just comment on my channel and tell me your thoughts on this, why you feel that it was like so dominant, and if you really feel that it actually was the best handheld system ever. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts on this. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, this is just seems like so strange that the Game Boy was just like so freaking dominant over its competitors when, and it really like didn't really have the features that the other ones did. So yeah, it just is really odd to me. So yeah. So I guess that's all I really do have to say about this. I mean, I really don't want to like sit here just for 20 minutes just saying the same things. So yeah, but it just seems like so odd to me. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts on this. I mean, do you really think that the Game Boy really deserved the success that it did, or do you really think that the other like systems that came to challenge it were actually better? So yeah, tell me what your favorite one is, like I said. All right. So, yeah, I guess that's all I can really say about this. It just seems so bizarre to me. All right. So, yeah. So, yeah, let me know what you think about this. Like, what what do you why you think that it was so successful, and what your favorite system is, and yeah, give me your thoughts on it. All right, so I guess that's all I really have to say about this. So, yeah, so let me know what you think, and yeah, and hopefully I will like really get back into really doing videos this time. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, it just really comes down to really like how I'm really feeling. But yeah, like I told you guys, I am planning. I do have something planned for May, and I am going to tell you what it is when May gets here, and hopefully with that I will really like make videos more regularly as I do with those plans. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so stay tuned for that coming up in the next few days. Yeah, but I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.